brought this fencing up to the rain hill, and then we brought that up the other day. Look at this for a beast of a post knocker. It's massive. Not getting that way. The size of the weight on that. Like, put your foot next to it, it's massive. And that huge top link. Should drive them posts in, shouldn't it? Hopefully it'll drive them into the sandstone as well. Roundabout update, we've got some tarmac and some more curbs. And a little bit of a circle, maybe a quarter of a circle. Not bad in 10 months. This was a field of spuds that was dug the other week, so Bill had spuds on here. We tried zooming on it, but it's blocking the tops a bit, so this little corner here, he didn't quite finish. Anyway, it's not got any water line on it, it's not too compacted, it's actually really nice soil. So Sam's just disking it now. This is quite loose, if you look, it's right, quite soft. So I think we'll just run over it all, because it'll get a little bit level after the spud drills, and then hopefully it'll dry off and we'll drill it either this afternoon or tomorrow. Got Bill's 5-leg subsoiler. We're going to try and get rid of some of this water if we can. It's lifting the soil up like a wave. Hopefully we'll get rid of the water then. Like, that's a rut, they're about 3 foot deep. Is it diff locking? Well, the diff locking! Just spinning one wheel, you see, if you put the diff lock in, it'll drive off a wall then. That's the worst bit. This will be quite easy. Hopefully the water should drain away. This is one of the ruts here, so you've got like one, it's got 2 foot deep. You can see that water now draining down one of the holes where the legs have just been down. So hopefully all the way along it'll do that and drain away. Most of the field's just like this, where it's just panned on the surface, so we should be able to rip through that nice and easy. A bit wet. This is more representative of the field. See, just lifting the soil, dropping it back down, creating some drainage through that top pan. 936, and then getting stalked by Joe on the 320? 315. This is a field of spuds they dug last week. It's just now dry enough to roll the top. I don't want it to get too much dry because I don't want to make it all crumbly, and I'm not bothered that it's a little bit soft underneath because I can press it down and put a bit of structure back in the field. So I'm rolling it now, but digging up the road for the water main, just can't actually see, can you? Where that yellow bit is, so the road's shut, so I'm going to have to leave the tractor in the field because I've got to go and do another job in a minute. And then I've got a meeting with the police about the tractor run this year, so I'm going to walk through the roadworks, get a lift back to the yard, sort all that out and come back and then roll this. Probably a bit windy, but I just want to get the top a little bit firmer so when the drill's on it the seed depth is more accurate. And then also we've obviously got a few lumps now that it's squashing. Well, that's fine because it's giving us some structure so that it's not basically 18 inches of pudding, like really soft soil and fine granules. On the table so they can wrap it. Another pallet of seed socks ready for going. Jonathan's here, recuperating. The tread depth there, it's massive. On the T7 he's brought the drill back with.
On the map again, and you know, get worldwide coverage.
Just had to take the rollers off and leave them in the field before I've done it, because I ended up on the meeting about the tractor run, which hopefully is going to be the 19th of December this year, which just still trying to finalise what numbers we're allowed to do. Anyway, I can't do this now. I'll have to come back because Andrew is on the 936 and the drive shaft snapped at the front, so he's only over there. But because the road's shut, I've got to go round the block, all the way through Halewood, pick the low loader up at the yard, then go all the way back to Halewood to pick him up to bring him back to the yard, because we can't drive it back because the drive shaft's jamming inside the front axle. Got the ambulance on, aka the low loader, so we're going to go and get the 936 now, load it on, bring it back because the drive shaft's spinning round, and see if we can order the parts as well. This shaft here has basically run dry and snapped, damaged that, but apparently you can only get it as one complete unit right through to the hub, and it's £2,000 and no one's got any stock. But that's now jamming up so that we can't drive the tractor forwards onto the low loader, which is a bit annoying. We're just going to drop the weight block off the front now so that we can try and take some weight off the axle if the wheel starts locking up with the shaft being knackered, and then get it onto the low loader. We'll have to take the low loader to the gateway, otherwise we'll get stuck trying to get out of the field. We got that now tied up, it's just turning now, and hopefully we can get the tractor to the gateway. Just shaking about a little bit. So he's going to back right across the field, all the way around the corner to the gateway, and then we're going to try and load it in the gateway. Probably just back it straight on if we can, as long as the subsoiler doesn't catch the low loader as it goes up the ramps. So the drive shaft there, see it wobbling round in the axle. Both ends are actually knackered, so we can't really damage it anymore as long as we don't damage the hub. So we've just got to sort of like let it do that until we get to the gateway. The rag snapped, so now we've got the ratchet strap hopefully holding it in place. That's jammed again. Why is that jammed now? The wheel don't want to go round. Because that hub's knackered in there, isn't it? This is a slow job. It keeps jamming up, but we've got to get off this spud field. It's hard to see for the reflection. Every time I want to film there's a reflection. Basically want to get off this spud field there onto that grass, because there's no way we'll be able to get off that headland with the tractor on the low loader. So we need to go through that wet patch empty. Well, that drive shaft's just wobbling around and keeps jamming the front wheel. It's an absolute pain. It keeps escaping out of the ratchet strap, jamming up. I'll have to do it again, I have to keep sliding it in. Meanwhile, Sam's had a link ball snap on the disc as well, so he can't move. He's had to drop the disc off to get a link ball because he's not got a spare one with him. Just as he's going through the wet bit, the front wheel locks up because the shaft's gone the wrong way. Typical. I'll have to go and kick the shaft back in position and put the ratchet strap back on it. Is it deep, that? What's that? Back up there. Right, go on. I'll put the ratchet strap on. Just sludge here, so I've got to get through with that with the low loader on. Boot stay behind. There's no way we'd have towed the tractor through it on the low loader. Anyway, hopefully now the shaft's on top of that. That'll go. Oh, Sam must have found the link ball. To go right round the block. It's like a 15-minute diversion because of the reverse water main. Got my trailer dirty. Not even got out the field yet. This grass should hold us up anyway. It's them guys over there. They were here yesterday. I said, what are you doing here? We're looking for magic mushrooms. Odd. You're gonna have to dish this field up, stop and mooching it. See if we can get it on now out the legs of the Bill's flat lift catching the trailer. These legs are going to catch it, aren't they? Or will it start to go up the hill before they do? Hopefully. Ah, it's not, is it? No, hold on. Is that right up? Yeah. Short the top link. Oh yeah, lower the suspension, yeah. Lower it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's alright, lower it. And it'll pitch it up. Drop the suspension, hopefully it'll make the back lift up. And it should fit on. There we go. Drop it down on the front. Right, back up now. Is he going to do it? It's going to be close. Oh, the wheel's just starting to go up now. Go on, it's all right. Go on, go on. Go on. So it goes on with two-wheel drive because we've obviously not got four-wheel drive now, even though Andrew's selected it in the cab. There we go. Got it. Just got to try and get out the field now without getting stuck. I think we might strap it on once we've got to the gateway in case we have to take it off. The other day I said this had cracked. Well, I've forgotten to weld it and it's getting worse. So you have to remind me to do that tomorrow. Right, we got to the gateway, but this is the worst bit. They haven't fell off either. So if we can get to the road, then we'll have to start strapping it down. I think we made it. There's fly tipping in the way as well. Crossed out the field, now we've strapped it down where we can actually stand up without falling over. Sam's got the 72430. Back at the yard now, I know, get it unloaded. This could be a problem getting it off now because the trailer's not sunk in the field like it was before and the ramps are a bit steeper. So it might want to try and catch. We might have to put some blocks of wood under the back wheels. We'll just have to see how it goes. Quite steep that ramp, isn't it? We're gonna make it. Ah, it's gonna get close. Might have to put blocks of wood on the back wheels. Whoa! Hold on, we'll get a couple of blocks. The top link right in. Don't swear, kids, watch this. Pull the top link in. Anyway. Have to edit this out, it's a bit boring. Go on. Go on, it's alright, you've got it like that, yeah. Go on, you've got that. Right, it's off. Hey. Yeah, so that snapped on Sam, which we've never had happen before. So Cat 3 balls have a bigger hole in the middle, which makes them actually weaker than Category 2 balls. Do you think the 4955 will handle that flat lifter bills, or do you think it'd be better on the fast track? Or the 724? What do you think? So they're trying to locate a drive shaft. There might be one in France. Apparently it's quite a lot of money as well, a couple of grand I think. So we'll just see what they can find anyway. It's damaged at both ends because there's like a funny universal joint at the other end near the hub. That's broken up inside as well. So it's basically from the hub to the centre diff in the knackered. So we'll have to bin that and put a new one on. I don't think it's too big a job to do. It's just one of them things. Tractor's done 8,000 hours. It's obviously worn in the bearings and it's been doing a lot of stick today because it's been trying to pull that thing through some big holes up and down different terrains. So if it was going to go, it was going to go today. Anyway, loads of birthdays today. I mean, Archie Shackleton, Kieran Irving, I don't know how you spell it. I'm just rubbish at pronouncing names. Chris Rowbottom and Jack Rhodes, so happy birthday to you too. And also it's Andy out the workshops, better half, much more attractive better half's birthday as well, so happy birthday to her as well, Sam. So I hate Mondays. It's been a typical Monday here, but tomorrow should be better because there's a couple of new tractors. Well, not new, but hopefully the MB track and the 1455 is on the way. So the logbook for the MB track has actually arrived before the tractor, so I don't know what's going on with the DVLA, but they've managed to sort that out, and so is the dealer as well. So that's pretty good. Anyway, here's a guest outro now. I'll see you tomorrow.